What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode. What is this? Four?
Yeah, I think this is 4.
Yeah, I don't think we can count the last one, considering we didn't get to post it.
We love Christian. Christian gave us some. Our last guest was Christian from Fox 46. Gave us some inside information, but then we found out once we were getting ready to release it that unfortunately we couldn't, I guess, give you guys that information just yet. As soon as we're able to give it to you, we will.
It's what they call an embargo, and it sounds super official, but we're not allowed to share that information.
We're not at liberty to.
Yeah, so I guess welcome to episode 4 of the 2-Minute Report. And Scotty, I think this was a concept that you came up with.
Yes.
And that we had put out a post that I had made probably about a week or so ago.
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah.
It did fairly well.
Yeah, it got some decent responses, and I think it was a topic that, we as Hornets fans, we definitely have our most beloved Hornets, but there are some, because of the way our history has gone, have gone overlooked or not discussed when it comes, especially considering the 30-year anniversary. We've been having these talks about the top 10, 15, 20 Hornets of all time.
Yeah.
So I think it's now we talk about who are your most underrated Hornets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the clock, Scott, and you name yours, and I'll name my top 5 most underrated Hornets.
Let's do it.
I'll let you go first. And go.
Okay, out the gate at number 5, I've got Scott Burrell. He's got a great name, tremendous dunk, and phenomenal three-point shooter. I was a big fan of his growing up. Number 4, I've got Anthony Mason. Now, I remember him specifically because he was our dad's favorite player, got his jersey and everything, came from the Knicks, had this very aggressive post game that was just awesome and fun to watch. Number 3, Big Al. I don't think Big Al gets enough credit, even though he is in that top 10. He built that relationship with Kemba and was able to take kind of the Hornets to that next level when they made the playoffs. He was the first big free agent that came here to the new era of this team. So I think Big Al, in my opinion, is a little underrated. Number 2, Jamal Mashburn. Jamal Mashburn was probably the best player on the best Hornets team ever. So I think you can't forget him, but for some reason he gets overlooked.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me is Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones was all team NBA, all team NBA defense, an all-star. He was the first player to sign to Jordan from the Hornets. He was here for a year, but he did everything while he was here. So those are my top 5.
I mean, you got a lot of the ones that I have on my list, like Eddie Jones, Jamal Mashburn. I was like I've said before, like a million times, he's super underrated in my opinion. He's one of my favorite Hornets of all time. Really in that era when I was super into the Hornets early on. Big Al, of course, I think that's an obvious one. I think he gets underrated, especially because of the being on the Bobcats teams. But I think somebody else who falls into that category is Gerald Wallace.
Yes.
You're talking about one of the few All-Stars that we have in our history, and we just pretend like he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an argument of whether or not his jersey should even be retired. It's a debate. You look at some of the other teams and whose names they have retired.
That's true. We talked about this.
But my name for most underrated is Vlade Divac, and it's purely because I think everybody gets hung up on the Kobe Bryant thing, and I think that.
Oh shoot! I do.
Anyway, I know. I want to touch on the Vlade Divac thing. Everybody gives such a hard time to Vlade just because it's purely that trade. When honestly, he came onto the team, and you said that later on team was arguably one of the best. I think it was talent-wise. But if you look at record-wise, he came in, filled in a spot that we needed, and basically gave us the best regular season record in Hornets history. So I think Vlade gets thrown into that conversation and gets dismissed, even though he was really valuable to that team.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. I think there's a lot of animosity that people hold towards that whole Kobe thing. People don't understand it. People blame the Hornets for the trade, so he gets kind of scooped into it when in reality it was all Kobe demanding a trade. It's a huge thing. Do you have anybody on your list that you left off that you were going to add that you didn't? That almost made it?
Nobody off the top of my head.
Mine is PJ Brown.
Yeah.
Man, when you're good enough to get a bobblehead in the era where there wasn't a bobblehead every game.
His bobblehead's sitting on my desk.
Yeah, I still got his bobblehead. It says First Union on it.
That's how you know it's really old. All right, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us for this episode. And we'd love to hear your comments on down below and give us your thoughts on who you think is the most underrated Hornet of all time, and maybe give us your top 5. And as always, a huge shout out to CBD Charlotte. Congratulations on receiving your first cease and desist letter. It was really funny that you guys posted that, the first illegal dispensary in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you guys haven't checked them out, I think they're pretty much on like their 4th or 5th Instagram page, because they keep getting shut down for, just because there's this whole stigma, and they're fighting it. So I urge you guys to educate yourself on CBD and check them out. And if you have any questions, the people over there at CBD Charlotte are very cool people, and will educate you on everything that you have. Like they walked me. I was ignorant myself on CBD and the benefits of it, and they definitely walked me through and held my hand, because I had no idea what the hell they were talking about when I saw the post online. So definitely, if you have questions, go check them out. And thanks for joining us on the fourth episode of the 2 Minute Report.
Shout out to the Unknown Brewing Company as well for letting us host the 2 Minute Report here, and I think we'll bring the podcast here soon.
Yeah.
Thanks again, guys. Stay tuned for the next one.
All right, comment below.